All right, guys, we are going to start another mixed coin hunt. Now, I know the quality of this, picture here might be a bit faded looking, but I recently upgraded my Google Photos and it now allows me to take point 0.5 videos. So, I was only able to do pictures before on my phone. So now I'm able to do point 0.5 videos. So I just wanted to film this little bit in the intro here just to see how it looks. I might use this for the actual filming process. I'm not sure how the coins will turn out. Mainly because I can't use my flash when it's on point 0.5 video. Oh, and I apologize for my crazy messy desk. There's just been a lot going on lately. But I'm gonna bring it back to normal mode now in a snap. Sorry guys, I can't really snap. So yeah, and if you'll notice, I got pennies. I actually managed. I actually had a bank that was actually willing to give me some pennies. Now I will say I initially was planning on holding on to these and just kind of keeping them like how I am with the machine wrapped rolls, but I wanted at least one more mixed hunt where I had a decent amount of pennies, and this was not only my chance, but I was like, if I decided to hold on to these and actually hunt some other pennies, it's a decent amount. It's gonna take me a while to gather them together. So I was like, you know what? I got a decent amount of pennies, so why not hunt them? I know I should, I know probably I should be saving these, but you know what? I'm gonna hunt them. I haven't had a hunt that has pretty much had all denominations in it in a while, so I thought, why not do one with some pennies again? So yeah, I mean, one of the banks, I was totally shocked. One teller had $10, and then another teller had $5, and then these two rolls were just two one-off rolls that I got at a different bank. They won't, they were only willing to give me two rolls. Most banks are only willing to give me one or two rolls. But I do ask whenever I can, obviously, because I'd rather take one or two rolls than none. So that was from another bank. And if you'll notice, the same bank that I got the pennies, actually, one of the banks had some Ike dollars. So we got 3 Ike dollars there too. Got a small stack of dollar coins, a few Susan B. Anthony's. But yeah, quite a large hunt. I got $200 in quarters. All the machine wrap stuff is circulated, although it's only nickels and quarters. 200 in quarters, 100 in dimes, actually 80 in nickels. I originally had gotten $100 total because I originally wanted to do another $100 nickel hunt, but $20 worth of it appeared to be searched, so I'm probably going to do another time-lapse style video hunting those. So I got a lot of nickels in this one, though, at $80. Yeah, so mostly custom wrapped, and then obviously all the pennies are custom wrapped. Everything looks okay. Nothing looks searched as far as these coins go, although I'm worried about some of these ones because they did come with some of the rolls that looked like they might have been searched. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna look at the dollar coins first, and then I will get into the quarters, dimes, nickels, and then to savor the moment here, finish off with the pennies. So yeah, let's dig into these, see if there's anything in these loose ones, and take a look at those Ikes. All right, so taking a look at the dollar coins, these ones, haven't checked the dates. There's 2 presidentials, nothing there. There's a 1979 Philly. I don't think it's a wide rim, though. 1980. 1979S. 1979D. I don't think that's a wide rim. Hold on. I'm gonna take a look at this. Hold on. Well, I don't think it's a wide rim. I don't know. I'll have to look closer just to see. I don't think it is. I will make sure of that, though. It's been a while since I found one. So, and then as far as the Ikes go, I realize they are all bicentennials. And they're all in pretty good shape. We got, I think this is a Type 2. Yeah, Type 2 out of Denver, and again, in decent shape. It's got a couple scratches. I think they all might be Type 2. Yep, Denver. Well, this one isn't in as good shape. It's a Philadelphia. So yeah, we got two bicentennials Type 2 out of Denver, and one not in as good a shape, but it's also a Type 2, but it's out of Philly. So we got our first 3 finds on the board. I'm gonna start on the quarters now, and I will bring you in when I get my first find. Alright, I'm on roll 2 of the quarters, and it's a minor find, but I thought I would show it. It's in Arizona with the extra cactus. It's I had to look at some photos to see, but it's not covering the whole amount of the initials, but there is definitely an extra bit of cactus that should not be there. So, yeah, and it's a filly too. So, I'm filming that only because I don't find those as often as I do the Alaska extra claw errors. I find those quite a bit. I don't find the extra cactus ones nearly as much. So, yeah, minor variety. Not worth a whole lot, but yeah, I really hope we can find a W in this hunt. Alright, well, I must have summoned the genie or something, guys, because very next roll, it's hard to see because the light is really shining on it, but look at that. I was maybe, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through the roll, and we got a W. Right there. It is a 2020 because it has the Privy mark. The design I'm really hoping to find, and I made a post about this recently, is the Salt River Bay design, because I found plenty of the American Samoas, a few of the Weir Farms, a few of the Rockefellers. I think I found one Tallgrass Prairie, but none of the Salt River Bays. So I hope it's that, but it's a West Point either way. It's a Weir Farm. The one that I find the second most, but that is awesome. I'm so happy that I'm still finding those in circulation, because I'd assume we're probably getting down to the wire. Probably a lot of the West Points have probably been found by now, so that is a great find. Let's keep going. Alright, well, these custom wrap quarters are sure on fire. I'm 5 rolls in, and I saw a different edge, so I pulled up the edges of the roll, and we got a silver-looking edge there. But I have a feeling, well, more than a feeling, I know, that it is a Canadian coin. And it is. See what it is. 1969. Wow, we were super close to getting a silver. Just 1 year before would have, well, it might have not been a silver, because 1968 was a split year. But wow, that was almost a silver. But that is third find in the quarters, and yeah, please let it continue. Well, I'm on dimes, and I opened this roll, and somehow they stuffed a penny in there. It's a 1963, though, so we only lost about, I don't know, 7 or 8 cents. But, I don't know, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe it means that these ones aren't searched. So, yep, we'll keep looking. Alright, I finally got an actual find in the dimes. I'm on roll number 11, and I got, looks like another foreign here. Yep, another foreign. 1979. So, Canadian number 2, and hopefully we get something else out of these last 9 rolls. Alright, so we finished up with the rest of those dimes, and unfortunately, we didn't get any other finds. But I am on the first roll of the nickels. I'm starting with the customer wrapped, and we're starting off good here because we got a 1939. 1939 out of Philly. It's got some damage right where the mint mark would be, but yeah, 1939 as our first find in the nickels. That's a pretty good sign. And is this one old? Nope, 63. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're only on roll 2, and man, we're getting a pretty good streak of good finds here with the nickels. Because I saw this one right here in the back. It had kind of a dark appearance. I thought it was silver. It's not silver, but it had an S mint mark, and I turned it around, and it's a 1949. So yeah, that is a semi-keyed 8 1949 S. Seem to be finding quite a bit of these. I used to find the 48 S's a bit. Those are, I think, as far as semi-keyed 8 nickels go, I think the 48S is one of the most common. But the 49S's seem to be the ones I've been finding. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. They're lower minted. So, yeah, let's keep going. All right, we got 3 rolls in a row with straight finds. And we got one in the 40s. 1941 out of Philly. So we got 2 in the 40s and 1 in the 30s. Seems like all the other ones I try to pull out are 64s. All right, let's keep hunting. All right, I'm on roll 5 and dumped it out, and that one was second from the end. We got a foreign. Canadian, 2006. My birth year. All right, that's kind of crazy because we got a foreign in the quarters, we got a foreign in the dimes, and now a foreign coin in the nickels. See if we can find some more. Well, not sure how I missed this. I think it's because when I dumped open the roll, there have been so many dirty coins in these rolls. Not so much in the quarters, but in the dimes, we got a lot of dirty coins. And, I mean, like, every other coin I thought was silver. Even in the dimes, there were so many dirty edges. I thought I was pulling silver dimes every other roll. But I don't know how I missed this. Look at that. That's pretty dang clear. We got silver. We got silver. Man, it's been so long since I found silver at all. It's been forever since I found any silver. So, and you know, silver is still at a way higher price than it was, you know, a year, 2 years ago. So, yeah, I mean, I'd say this thing worth what, $3 at least, $3-4. Philadelphia minted. It's not in bad shape. 1945. We got silver. That is fantastic. Man, these nickels are doing good. And we are literally not even 10 rolls in, and we have a 1939, we have a semi-keyed 8, and we have a silver. Holy cow, guys. Wow. Oh, and in another roll, I forgot to... I was actually had... last time I had brought you guys in, I found this and I forgot to show you, but I did get my first in the 50s, 1959 out of Denver. I thought it was Philly at first, but yep, in decent shape. So yeah, let it continue. All right, well, I don't know how I didn't see this. My eyes feel like they're failing me today, but I got to the end and I saw that we got a foreign. And it is not Canadian. It is Latvijas. Maybe it's Latvia. 1992. One. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Bank of Latvia. That's my guess. I don't know. At first, I thought this was Philippines, but I have never found that before. That is awesome. Yeah, 1992. I think that's from Latvia. So yeah, I love finding different foreigns. So that's awesome. And then we also did get in that roll 1952 out of Philly. So yeah, let's keep going. Well, this sure took me by surprise. I'm still going through the customer wrapped. I'm on roll 14. And look at this 1939. Holy cow. Whoa. That is in fantastic shape. I don't know. I mean, I have, when you get ones, that are 38s and 39s that are in this kind of condition, you want to say they're key dates, but I've have found 1939 Ps in this kind of condition before that were Phillies. I just said that, so let's see. Oh, it is a key date. Look at that. Oh, man. That is fantastic. That is a fantastic find. Look at that. 1939S. And it is in great, great shape. Wow. I don't think it's full steps, but there are definitely a couple steps on there. That is a fantastic find. Holy cow, that is awesome. Wow. I haven't found the key date Jefferson nickel in a while either. It has seriously been quite a long time since I found one of those. So, wow. That is a fantastic find. Let's keep going. We're gonna have silver again. I'm on I think the very next roll. I hope this camera isn't tilted. But, look at that. Second from the end. I realized I think I might have just made it tilted, but second from the end. I didn't even have to dig through the roll to see this. Look at this. 1945, another silver. What's the mint? San Francisco. Wow. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Wow. Okay. So that is silver nickel number 2. These nickels are doing fantastic. I'm still shocked about this this key date as well. All right, let's let's keep going. All right, I still have about $40 more to go. But in another roll, I got, focus please, 1954 out of Denver. We've actually not had that many 50s, but I dumped out this roll and I saw that edge, and I knew it was another foreign, Canadian this time. 1987. We're sure doing good on the foreign coins there. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like whenever I do good with silver and other finds, I seem to also do good with foreigns. So, yep. All right, let's keep going. All right, in the middle of this roll, I've kind of plucked it out there. We got a 1940. First of that year, 1940 out of Denver. So, yeah, we got, I'll put that key date on top of that other 1939, at least for now. Let's, see if we have any other additions in this roll. Not in this roll, looks like. Whoa, that one is beat up. Not seeing anything else, so, let's get on with the hunt. Alright, I got 5 more rolls left of the customer wrapped, but I got another in the 40s here. 1941. San Francisco. Was the other one we had a San Francisco? No, it was a Philly. Alright, so yeah, we got the 5 custom wrap rolls to go, and then we got 10 machine wrap rolls. Alright, I got 3 more rolls of the custom wrapped left. 13 rolls total. And I got another 1940 out of Philly. So We have really been stacking up the 40s. We have only, what, 3 coins in the 50s, and we got 2, 4, 6, 7. We got seven in the 40s, and the 239. So I'm not complaining about that. The older, the better. All right, let's keep going. All right, I gotta say, man, those wow, those 10 machine wrapped rolls, man, those were rough. I didn't find any in the 40s. The only finds I got was I got a 1959 Denver, and I got this in the last roll, and I definitely want to show it. Look at that, 1956. 1956 out of Philly. Look at that thing. That's one of the nicest 1956s I've ever seen. Wow. That is awesome. So, it's not an insane find, but, at least as far as we're mostly skunked on other finds, I'm happy with this. So, yeah, that is an awesome coin. I don't know. I don't think it's proof-like, but it is a Philly, and it is very shiny. I don't think it's a proof, though, but that is a very, very nice coin. So, anyway, we've pretty much finished with the nickels, so let's get into these pennies. Wow, guys. Wow. I was really hoping that when I started hunting pennies, that when I, was hunting pennies for this hunt, I would get something good. And man, was this a shock. I'm on the second roll because I'm hunting for, I'm starting on those 2 rolls that I got from that other bank. And I started dumping them out, and I noticed that right there. That is a steel cent. Look at that 1943 San Francisco steel cent. That is awesome. Wow, that is awesome. It has, it's been so long since I've done, since I've hunted pennies. And the first find I get is a steel penny. And it's in decent shape, too. It's got pretty good detail. It's, obviously, it's got some splotches on the back, but it's not rusted. It's not rusted. It's not really that worn. That is awesome. That is so exciting. Holy cow, I didn't expect that. And that's the unfortunate thing. I only got 2 rolls from this bank, so, yeah. I'm probably not going to get another one in any of the other rolls, but, half of this, a little bit of this roll I'm still trying to shake out, so, what a first find. Holy cow, guys. Let's keep going. All right, I'm on, I think, roll 4, and I got a wheat penny right there. So we got a wheat penny early on, and it looks worn. So I'm hoping it's an older one. Oh, no, man. 1946 out of San Francisco. Those 46s can sometimes get worn. So, not as old as I thought, but it is still a wheat penny number 2. And I'm really liking that steel cent. All right, very next roll. It's not a wheat penny, but it is an older Canadian, 1964. So, young head, or what is more correctly called a laureate portrait. So, there's a 1959. 1964. I don't see any other finds in there. But, yeah. Let's keep going. All right. I'm on roll, I think, 6. Or no, I'm on roll 10. And dumped that roll out. And in the back, there's a Wheatie. Right there. It looks in pretty good shape, so it's probably newer. Yep. Last year, 58D. It's got some pretty good detail on there. So, yeah. All right, let's keep going. All right, man. The rest of these pennies have been really rough. Man, they seriously have been really rough. I only have 6 rolls left, and I finally just got another wheat penny. In another roll, I didn't, I set it aside until the end, but I did get another young head, 1963. So we got 2 young heads, but this one was in the back, and I saw it by the date, 1941, out of Philadelphia. So I will check it for the errors that the double dies that could be present on it, and yeah, we'll keep going. All right, very next roll towards the end, I actually saw this. Well, I first saw this Canadian penny on the end, a pretty nice 1968. But then a couple coins after it, got another Wheatie. Another 1946 out of San Francisco. So, yeah. That's number 5. And, let's keep going. All right, one of the last rolls, I guess I should have filmed it as I had found them, but, got 2 more really nice Canadian pennies. Got a 1966 in good shape. Yeah, it's got a little bit of red on there. And a young head in really good shape, 1964. So, got a little splash of red on that too. All right, yeah, I will get you guys a wrap up. All right, guys. So we finished with all those rolls, and the lighting is a bit different because I'm filming the outro to this video a little bit later. But man, this was a really good hunt. It doesn't, like, honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter to me that we didn't get any silver in the dimes. Yeah, it's sad. And I mean, honestly, I feel like I've set a record for how long it's been taking me to find a silver dime. I mean, I seriously don't think any other year has taken me this long. I feel like every other, year that I've been coin roll hunting, I've found a silver dime earlier than this. So, yeah, I mean, the dimes have, let's just say, have been rough over the last few months. Yeah, they have been, they were doing so well for most of 2025 and towards the end of the year, and so far this year, they've just been really rough. But nickels have continued to be great. It's just silver dimes dipped down. But I'm going to stop complaining. This was a fantastic hunt. Every denomination produced something, and lots of really cool finds. And it's again another mixed hunt where I got just a bunch of really cool finds at once. I know my last couple mixed hunts, I might have only gotten one find that saved the hunt from not being so great. And then I have hunts like this, where I just get tons of really good finds. So, as far as, I know you might have remembered I said in the beginning, I was trying to figure out if this Susan B. Anthony dollar was a wide rim. I don't think it is, but for some reason, I just cannot tell. I looked at other images of a wide rim, and it looks the rim looks significantly wider than comparing it to another 1979, but it still looks like it's too far away from the date. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more diagnostics on that. But if it does end up being something, you'll know. But if not, I'll just count it as another dollar coin. I mean, they're in good shape, but I don't think it's a wide rim. That would be crazy if it was that addition to the hunt. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna start with side finds. So as far as side finds of the quarters, the only 2 other things I pulled out was this really nice Colorado with some kind of some gold toning. It is flawless. So I'm probably gonna add that to my my new uncirculated state quarter set that I'm trying to create. And then I got another one of these, which it's another of the 2025s, and I think I only have one or maybe two of these, and I usually like to have three of each design, so I pulled that out to check against the book. I got this kind of black toned one. I like it when they're I like it when like the Washington quarters and Roosevelt dimes. I like when they get this matte finish. I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. So I kept that. Two 1970 proof reverse dimes. I've actually been filling up a tube of those. A really nice 1975 out of Denver. It's not the high D. Two nickels that look like they might be improperly annealed. I'm pulling them all out just in case. I got this kind of funny 1978. It's literally the size of a dime, and it's been shaved down. I know it's not any sort of mint error, but I like weird and wacky ones like that. I don't know. It's fun. Those are fun to hold on to. A nice 1975D penny. A 1966 that's in really good shape, and it's got some really neat, really deep orange toning to it. A couple nice, I can't remember what the name of this one is. Formative years, I believe. Two of them from 2009 in decent shape. And then I got this 1988 Denver that's in really great shape, and it has some toning on the reverse as well. And as far as actual finds, I'm gonna start with the Ike dollars. I'm not necessarily gonna go in order like this. I'll kind of just talk about the categories first. We did get those three Ike dollars that we seeded the hunt with. We got that bicentennial Philly Type 2, and then two from Denver that were Type 2 that are actually in pretty good shape. Yeah, these are actually in pretty dang good condition. I mean, you can tell by the rim there. So, yeah, and then, as you guys might remember, one of my shorts, I'm dropping stuff, I got a bunch of other Ike dollars in one of my last trips to the bank. So, yeah, we're doing really good for Ike dollars this year. So, yeah, we seeded the hunt with those. And then I'll talk about foreigns next. The quarters, the only foreign we got in the quarters, a 1969 Canadian quarter, which only a little bit of time off it would have been silver. As far as the foreigns and the dimes, the only find in the dimes was a foreign, a 1979 Canadian dime. In the nickels, we got two Canadian nickels, one from 1987 and one from 2006. And then this coin, which I will I will be able to figure out what it is through Coinoscope. So I gotta take a picture of it through that, and I'll be able to identify it. As I said kind of earlier, my guess is it's from Latvia, but there's because at the top it says it's spelled Latvijas, so the J in that is kind of throwing me off, but it's a 1992 one something. And I have seen these coins before. I have seen the coins before with the fish on them like this, but I don't recognize this, so I'll have to look it up. But I'd assume it's Europe, Mediterranean era, maybe Central America somewhere. And then as far as foreigns and the pennies, we got two medium head Canadian pennies in the 60s, both in really good shape. They might even upgrade the album. 1966 and 1968. And then we got three young heads. Two of them were 1964. This one has a splash of red on it. And then one from 1963. So we did good on foreigns too. We got a couple older ones and one from a different country. And I don't know, I might end up, when I do these recaps, I might end up doing it like that a few times from now on, where instead of like recapping them, highest denomination to lowest denomination, or kind of like in this motion, I do it in different categories, like where, I start out by saying the foreigns, then the oldies, then the best finds. That's what I'm doing here, but I might do that for a couple other videos. So as far as, older ones, and this is not, as far as, as far as nickels go, this does not include any key dates or semi-key dates or really good condition ones. This is just the regular roster of finds. We got two from 1959, one from 1956, one from 1954, one from 1952, one from 1949, two from 1945. All right, sorry guys, the video cut off. I'm not sure when it cut off, so I'm not sure what you guys missed. But yeah, so I was kind of going through the regular roster of finds. Yeah, so as far as wheat pennies, I think I would say $16 worth of pennies. I was hoping for a bit more as far as the wheat pennies go, because $16, that's almost $10 short of a box. But I think honestly this is probably average. So it's not, it's actually decent. But the 1941 and the two 1946s, 1958D, and obviously my favorite find of the pennies, 43S steel penny that I found on basically a complete fluke, because I got that coin in one of two rolls that I got from a completely different bank. So yeah, and it's nice that the mixed hunt that I decided to hunt a bunch of pennies in, I got a decent find. I didn't get any pre 40s wheat pennies, but I got a steel penny, and I don't find those in rolls too often. So that is awesome. And it's in good shape, too. And it's in good condition. And then, obviously, as far as specifics in the nickels go, most notable ones here, we got that absolutely brilliant 1956. One of the best ones I've seen. Who knows, might even upgrade in the book. But, I just scratched it. But that one's going to get flipped up for sure. So, really nice 1956. We got that semi-key date 1949S. We got the key date 1939S in very, very good condition. I'd say maybe AU55 on this. So we got, a nice one in the 50s, a semi-key date, a key date in good shape, and obviously the two silvers, both 1945, one Philadelphia, one San Francisco. So, we got silver as well. We got that, not too much of a major find, but I don't find I don't find the extra cactus ones as much as I do the extra claw ones from Alaska. So that's a pretty good find. I don't find those nearly as much. And then obviously the West Point, which I am happy about, because if we're not going to get any silver dimes, I'm happy that I got a West Point, because I was hoping that this hunt would either start me off with silver dimes or start me off with West Points, and it started me off with West Points. So great hunt. My camera seems to be having a lot of issues. Looks like it's done with me filming, so I'm gonna end it here. This was a fantastic hunt, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.